Alright. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I here tonight on the show. We're here tonight on the show to talk about on opening day of MLB. So let's get started. And we are game one of the 2025 Toronto Blue Jays season. And so let's get started. Start off the 2025 season for the Toronto Blue Jays. So let's get started. And unfortunately, Toronto Blue Jays fans, we got destroyed by Baltimore 12-2 final score. We got destroyed by Baltimore on opening day 12-2 on Thursday afternoon at 3 at 7 p.m. when the game starts in first pitch. The Blue Jays hitter was garbage. It lost to Baltimore 12-2 final score. The Baltimore scored 12 runs by Tyler O'Neill and Toronto Blue Jays scored 2 runs for the Toronto Blue Jays. This is a massive loss on opening day against Baltimore, 12-2 final score. To Baltimore got the win on opening day against Toronto Blue Jays, 12-2 final score. Congratulations to Baltimore's fans in Baltimore. And that's it. So let's get started now. Alright, so Toronto Blue Jays lost to the Baltimore Orioles, 12-2 final score. So let's get started now. Okay, let's go to the ball scored. Okay, let's go to the recap, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, here's the play-by-play. Alright, in the top of the first, Corn Quisco strikeouts on the foul top, 1 out. And Ivy Washman homers to center field, and Jordan Westbrook singles to right field, and Ryan Hurd and Bobby Shedd and Jordan Westbrook tore his first 3 outs, and 1-1 and 2 hits and no errors, and Baltimore gave 1-0 lead in the top of the first. In the bottom of the first inning, Bobby Shedd runs out to right field to Ty O'Neill, 1 out, a Canadian, and Fryman Guerrero struck out swinging, 2 outs. And Anthony Santander passed out to short infield to Wilmer Arias, 3 outs. And no runs and no hits and no errors. End of the bottom of the first inning. Okay, in the top of the second inning, Ty O'Neill walks. Ryan McCastle drove to deep center field and Ty O'Neill to dirt. And Cedric Morton sinking to first base. Ryan McCastle dirt and Ty O'Neill scores, give Baltimore 2-0 lead. And Wilmer Arias passed out to second base to Andres Jimenez, 2 out. And Jackson Holiday called out on strikes, 3 out, and 1-1 and 2 hits and no errors for Baltimore. In the bottom of the second inning, Andres Jimenez surges to center field to Cole Crisper, 1 out. Electrical requests out to short infield, 1 away to Ryan McCastle, 2 outs. And George Miller struck out swinging, 3 outs. End of the bottom of the second. In the top of the inning, Cole Crisper walks. Ivy Washman to short infield and Corey stood to second. Jordan Whisper caught on strikes, 1 out, and Ryan O'Hurt passed out to Una Command, 2 outs, and Tyon homers to right field. Ivy Washman scores, Corey Crystal scores, and Baltimore's up 5-0. And Ryan McCastle was to center field to Anthony Santander, 3 outs, and after the top of the third inning. And right after the third inning, 1-1 the Crystals to second base, Jordan Westbrook to Ryan McCastle, 1 out, and early commands first to center field to Cole Crystal, 2 outs, and I were the Crystals to the right field to Cole Crystal, 3 out, end of the bottom of the third inning. In the top of the fourth inning, Shedrick Mullins homers to center field, give Baltimore 6-0. And Wilmer Arias cuts out to short center field, Bobby Shedd to Fryman Guerrero, 1 out. And Jackson Holiday flies out to center field to George Brunner, 2 out. And Kokosko flies to deep center field to George Brunner, 3 outs. End of the top of the fourth inning. In the bottom of the fourth inning, Bobby Shedd goes out to short infield, Jackson Holiday to Ryan McCastle, 1 out. And Fryman Guerrero walks. Anthony Santander to deep center to Sugar Mullins, 2 outs. Anderson homers to center field, and Flying Guerrero scores, and Toronto Blue Jays are 6-2. The Blue Jays was down 62 against Baltimore. And that's it. So was beaten, and that's it. Excuse me. Our electrical against the third base, Wilmer Reyes to Ryan McCastle, 3 outs, and 2 runs, 1 hit, and no errors for the Blue Jays. End of the bottom of the fourth inning. Okay, in the top of the five, Ivy Washburn struggles winning 1 out, and John Wesco cuts out the final go to 2 out, and Ryan Hood singles to center field, and Tanya shows infield Ryan Hood to second. Ryan McCastle strikeouts winning 3 outs, end of the top of the fifth inning. In the bottom of the fifth inning, George Miller cuts out the shortstop Jackson Harday to Ryan McCastle 1 out. One runner to deep center field to Cedric Mortons, 2 outs, and Ernie Command lines out the fifth center field to Corey Cressida, 3 outs. End of the bottom of the fifth inning. Alright, it's top of the sixth inning. Cedric Mortons falls to right field to Ed Roden, 1 out, and Wilmer Williams walks. Jackson Harday strikeouts on foul top, 2 outs, and Corey Cressida hit by the pitch, Wilmer Williams to second. I Washburn to left center field to Eric Warden, 3 outs. End of the top of the sixth inning. In bottom of the sixth inning, Eric Warden single to right center field, and Bobby Sheffield to right field to Ty O'Neill, 1 out, and Frank Guerrero falls to right field to Ty O'Neill, 2 outs. Anthony Santander runs out to deep right field to Cole Custer, 3 outs. In top of the seventh, Jordan Whisper walks, right hook to right center field, George Springer 1 out, Ty Neal singles to right field, Jordan Whisper to second, Ryan McCastle went to first out to short infield, Ty Neal to second, Jordan Whisper out at third, 2 outs, and Cecil Mullins runs to center field, Ryan McCastle scores, Ty Neal scores, and bottles up 9-2. In bottom of the seventh inning, Andres Jimenez walks, Electrical gets out to third base, Andres Jimenez at second, 2 outs, and George Springer walks, and centers to for George Springer to second, and Uncommand out to second base to Jordan Westbrook, 3 outs. End of the bottom of the seventh inning. In the top of the eighth inning, Jackson Hardy sinks to center field, Corus to Shinfield under command, 1 out. I Washington to homers to right field, Jackson Hardy scores, and Joe Westbrook homers to center field, and right hook to George Bruin, 2 outs, and Tony walks, Ryan McCastle strikeouts winning 3 outs, and off the top of the eighth inning. Okay, bottom of the eighth inning, Aaron Walden walks, Bobbish to Gus infield, and Walden out at second, 2 outs, and Ryan McGood Jr. walks, Every time to pass out, I watch me 3 outs, and that's it. Hold on. Okay. While Baltimore scores 12-2. 12-2 for Baltimore. Was up 12-2. Wow. And every time to pass out, I watch me 3 outs, end of the bottom of the eighth inning. In the top of the ninth, Jacob Mullins to short infield for Guerrero to Nick Jordan, 1 out. Williams to right field for Eric Warden, 2 outs. Jackson Hardy to right field to right center, Eric Warden, 3 outs. End of the top of the ninth inning. And the bottom of the ninth inning, Andres Jimenez passes to short in center field to Jorge Mateo, 1 out. Andres singles to right fielder at the second. Houston Gausman and Jorge Mateo, 2 outs. And Gausman strikeouts winning 3 outs, and the game's over. That's when Toronto Jays lost this game on opening day against Baltimore, 12-2. So that's the game. The Baltimore Orioles are 1-0, and the Toronto Jays are 0-1. So yeah, that's it. Okay, we got who played next. Okay, it's going to be Kevin Gausman and Joey Morton. So guys, I will see you next time in the next video. Bye for now.